everyone, and welcome to our next session of the World Percussion Group Academy, the 2024 online World Percussion Group Tour. It's so great to have Greg here today. We will be seeing 5 wonderful performers play. Greg, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and when you were a part of WPG and what you're up to right now?
Sure. So, hi everyone. Great to be here with you all. So, as Megan said, I'm Greg, and yeah, about myself. Maybe first, how I started the whole trip with the World Percussion Group. Actually, it started in 2021, as far as I know, or 20, something like after Corona, or even during the Corona, whatever. And then I was the member of the V Tour, I think. I wasn't coaching; I was the student of the V Tour, and now I have this pleasure to say a few words about the performances and everything. More about myself. I came from Poland. I was studying in Denmark last years and in Germany, and now I'm still in Germany, living here, playing here around, and yeah, and for now I'm doing the academy, also academy, in the Ensemble Modern in Frankfurt. Yeah, for this year. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome, thank you. And if you don't mind, I would love to play a video of you performing so everyone can see. Greg is a really great solo percussionist as well as all of the chamber music things that he does. So this is a quick video from, I think, the fall-ish time that I am going to play really quick. Yeah, awesome. That piece is so hard to stop in the middle of. You just want to watch it all the way to the end.
I hope it was interesting enough.
Yeah, it's great. I love that piece. So that is a video of Greg's awesome performing. And now, you ready for our first performer? Ryan!
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, everyone.
Fair warning to everyone that Ryan is currently on a boat in the middle of the ocean, so Wi-Fi might go in and out a bit, but it seems to be doing okay. So let's go ahead and hear Ryan's performance. Ryan, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself first and the piece you'll be playing and your experience with WPG and everything?
I'd love to. Thank you. Yes. Hi, Greg. Great job with the 13 drums. That was a great. It got me excited because this next piece that you'll see by me, I'm wanting to bring more animation, and I'm bringing this piece back into my repertoire and wanting to do much better job. So thank you for the inspiration already. I can't wait to hear what you have to say to help me out. I'm Ryan Bond. I'm from Las Vegas, and I'll be playing Wicca by Casey Cangelosi. I just finished the last semester of my DMA, so I've done a lot of teaching. Excited to get back into this performing realm. I'm also the current professor of history of rock and the coordinator of that, and percussion at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Thanks, Ryan. All right, I'm going to go
Great,
ahead and
thanks.
play your video.
Bravo.
Thank you, thank you.
Very well done. Very well done. So you told me that you're like kind of bringing it back to your repertoire, right? Like the piece. Yeah.
Sorry, would you repeat that again? The internet's cutting out.
Yes. You told me that you're bringing the piece back to your repertoire, yeah, right? So tell me just a bit like how did you find this piece? Like what was your you just took the piece and learned it, or tell me a bit more about the whole process, how it started.
All right, yes, great question. So when I first found this piece, I originally saw someone attempting to learn it at my university. So that was my introduction to it, was someone else, and I really liked the sounds and timbres of the piece overall. The next thing was I searched it, I found it, I saw Casey Cangelosi find it. I wanted to learn more. So I ended up finding my own setup and I started learning it. It's been about 7 months since I've learned it last performance, and it's one I want to bring back. For me, it's a little long. I want to shorten it so it's a little more available to if I go play it at a high school or something. But it's got instruments that most high schools should have. I want to influence and encourage them. I want to perform it myself. Um, I just love the timbre, and I think that other people can get excited about it too. So I thought it was a perfect piece for that.
Sure. Yes, I'm definitely very a good point. Like the also the economic part of the our job. Yeah, you have the setup with the bongos, with the conga, with the tom tom, with the gran cassa, with the two small gongs, which you can bring already in your luggage. With the small metal parts, you can also bring on your own, and the other drums are already there. Yeah, exactly. I also had the question about I didn't see the score, but just the first thing, that the title of the piece, the Vika Vicha, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but can you tell me more about the title of the piece, or
Yes, so Wicca, it comes from an older term over here in the U.S., and what Wicca can be is it could be a type of older person that knows a little bit about witchcraft, and it doesn't
mm-hmm,
mean they're a witch or a wizard, but it
mm-hmm.
does have that connotation of having a unknown science or an unknown magic to it. So with the sudden bursts and etc. of the percussion with sudden implements, that's kind of what brings to it.
Yeah, I mean, this I could actually feel in your playing. This mysterious part. This I would say also this mystic. This what I also read about the title in the past. This is about the religion and the beliefs. That's what I found in the books. When I was also searching the titles from my Casey Cangelosi before, and that's what I found about about the Vika. This is like the beliefs from the 20s or something. And this actually I could listen, I could hear in your performance that you were also showing a lot with your body, like you wanna put this heavy sound from the drums. So that's great. um if we are in the sounds now, in the area colors, sounds, my question is it something written about the first mallet what you are using for the gongs? Is it has to be with the rubber mallet? He wanted to have this rubber mallet, or it's your choice?
Yeah, so I just chose the rubber because it being metal, I didn't want it to be too harsh. And in that instance, when I recently performed, it was close to the audience. So of course
Yeah.
it comes across different. But what would you do to get a more Wicca or a more mysterious sound out of it? Because I used a softer rubber for those with those gongs, like you mentioned.
It's working pretty well. I just from my side, I would personally use I don't know, something, because then you're using it for the bass drum, so it has to be something between working for the gongs, working for the bass drum. So for the bass drum, you can do a lot with your articulation. For the gongs, not so much, I think, because the metal is getting the pretty direct input from your hand. I would actually use something, I don't know, maybe not especially the gong mallet, because this is a bit too heavy also then afterwards for the bass drum, but maybe something from the different vibraphone mallets, or I don't know, or maybe different marimba mallets with the rattan, because then you are getting this beautiful sound of gongs, which is really easy to make. You just hit and it sounds beautiful. But let's make it even more beautiful, and let's use something with bigger head, and then with the bass drum you can just work with your hand with the articulation. That would be just my advice, my question, because it can also happen that the composer is writing it, especially in the score, please use the rubber mallet, and then then it has to be like this because he wanted just this special color. But if he didn't, then I would just find something different, or if you like it, you can just stay with that. That's just my recommendation. Yeah.
I like it. Yes. I think there's something I could do, like you said, more with my technique, or even switch them out. But that's yes. Thank you. I felt like I was getting for me, what I thought at the approach to the instrument, I thought I was getting a good sound at the gongs, but I had to sacrifice some of that bass drum. That's just where I was sitting, though. But yes, I definitely think I could play, like you said, maybe a marimba mallet. I originally had a different set, and I tried to copy Casey Cangelosi. I watched this video and bought all the same mallets. The red brushes that he has, those red plastic ones. I tried to get everything the same, and it didn't work with the instruments I had, so I had to adjust. So I do like that recommendation, though, that you say.
Yeah, you also said about brushes now, just these 2 points, the gong mallets and the brushes. For me, it's just I think, of course, we can use this normal mallets, like you said, like the rubber, the normal brushes, the normal snare drum brushes. What I would also search in the brushes, if it's not written, especially please write the metal brush, maybe let's find something, big, wooden, I don't know, something from the roots, something not obvious, not obvious sound. That was also my idea, because the piece is pretty long, and if we are finding this much more interesting sounds, then the piece is getting even more interesting. Even I know we all know it's long, and you are doing it well. You're showing the structure of the piece. But with the sounds, I think you can play more. You can make it more interesting. As you said, you can switch some mallets also in between. So that would be also my point of view. Yeah.
Yes, that was great.
If you are still in this in the sounds, I mean, I wrote down some comments, and I will just share it with you. There is this part also with the bongos when you switch to the 2 wooden sticks. Technically, rhythmically, sounds fantastic. Just if you have the conga skin and then you have 2 skins on the bongos, I would try to make it similar, that these 3 voices are, of course, they are different. They have different tuning, but just to make the skins the same from the same material. That would be also my idea, to make this line more understandable, and also these bongos, when they are really high pitched, they are really going up with the overtones, and I would just try to make it more, but also just an idea, just to think about it. And I mean, a part of that, I mean, I just wanted to say a few things about the colors. The structure of the piece was really understandable for me, and just one thing, just think more about the colors, and it's gonna be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome job, Ryan. Very nice. I'm very glad you were able to join this session today from the ship.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right. Next up, we have Elias. Hello.
Oh, yes.
Hi. Elias is also on tour right now on the ship. How's everything been going? How's the Wi-Fi? Would you like to tell us about yourself?
So I'm a percussionist from Sweden, and I met Gregors in a competition in Stuttgart a couple years ago, if you remember. I don't know if you remember me. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. And about me, yeah, right now I'm on the tour with World Percussion Group, so I'm on the boat. I don't know how the internet's going, but so far we've heard you pretty good. So
Awesome. And where are you from again? Where are you
Oh,
studying?
I'm from Sweden. I'm currently studying in Estonia and doing my master's there. So I'm finishing this year.
Very cool. Awesome. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the piece that you will be performing today?
Yes. So this is a piece that my brother wrote for me and that I played on my master's exam a couple weeks ago with Britta Reinman. And it's in 5 movements. So I think we should try to maybe catch 1 or 2. I don't know what we have time for. Um, it's a Swedish folk music inspired piece. So it's basically Swedish folk music transcribed on our instruments. But my brother has written all original material, so it's not arrangements. But yeah.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Awesome. Do you have a movement that you would prefer us to play, or would you like to just start from the beginning?
We can just go from the start. It's fine. There's a little bit of wonky camera movement in the start because I was experimenting, and this is an old video. But just disregard that.
No worries. Awesome.
Great, amazing,
Thank
well
you.
done. So it's an arrangement. I mean, not arrangement, but let's say transcription for the vibraphone and vibraphone and marimba from your brother, right? Of the Swedish
It's
song, as I
it's not it's original Swedish folk
okay.
music. Yeah, it's not transcribed. He wrote it. This is what he wrote. This is original material.
Okay, but based on the Swedish,
Yeah, based
let's
on the
say,
harmonics and melodics of Swedish folk music. Yeah.
good, good, and the first thing what I just thought about is the just this first part with these tremolos, which is amazing and full. But then you just jumped to this fast. You didn't have time to switch the mallets, but that was just my wish, to just
Mm,
make this first part even more open, even to
right.
take, I don't know, for for this bass drum mallets, to make the marimba
Mhm.
ringing like to make the full concert hall ringing. That was my first impression. But then you don't have time to switch. But
Yeah.
anyway, it was great. It was just an idea. Um,
Hmm.
um, what I mean, the second thing, what I was thinking, apart that you were playing really together, and you could see that. I don't know since how long you played together.
We've
Was
just
it the
played
first
together for
project or?
first project. Yeah.
Okay, so it was already just, I mean, amazing, really together, and great job. Um, the playing was together. What I was thinking about is just to find you had really was it the Resta, the mallets?
Yeah.
Yeah. She had the really brilliant mallets, which is making her sometimes really solistic in a way, which is good. Sometimes she's important, sometimes you are important, and it's like this. Sometimes I had this feeling like she's a bit. I mean, of course, she's in the higher pitch, so we can hear her really strongly. Maybe I would try to match the mallets more. That maybe you are harder and she stays, or you are staying and she's getting a bit softer.
Okay.
Maybe I would, or maybe I would just find the spots in the piece where you can show, because as you said in the beginning, the harmonic structure is there and it's kind of repeating in a way.
Yeah.
So to make it even more interesting, I would find these spots where she is more interesting and you are less, and
Mhm.
other way around. That was
Mhm.
just the comment from my side. Um, One more question: how long was the process of rehearsing? Like, tell me a bit more about the process of. Was it like few days or was it few months?
So my idea was that we should play it already last semester, which we didn't do. But that means that we started learning it, parts of the music already last semester, and then we kind of went into a more intensive period 2 weeks before the concert.
Okay, I see. I see. No, I mean, I was just interested personally how it was working. And may I
Yeah.
ask, where was it recorded?
In Tallinn, in the Estonian Academy of Music, in the
Hmm.
Great Hall.
I mean, the acoustic is brilliant. The acoustic is brilliant, and the recording is already really well done. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, from my side, just I would just watch out, or maybe I would still think about this first part, how to do it. I know that you don't have any fermata there. You're just jumping to this faster
Yeah.
point of the piece, but I would still try to find something that is making this first part even more, giving more weight to the instrument.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Great.
otherwise, well done, and yeah. And hope to see you again soon, because we didn't see each other since last marimba competition. That's right.
I look forward to that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Awesome job. Very nice performance. Thank you.
Thank
Okay. Up next, Jake, are you ready to go? Oh, nice. Okay, so we have Jake here, who's going to be playing a marimba solo.
Hi,
Jake, would you like
Jake.
to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm finally done um with sorry school now. In the fall, I'm going to be going to the Eastman School of Music for my master's, and yeah, the solo I'm going to be playing is Burritt Variations.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Would you like us to listen to the whole thing, or is it okay if I stop around like the 8-ish minute mark that's usually?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
nice. So yeah, I forgot to mention for the other pieces that we'll stop around then. But nice, excited to hear you play.
Great job. Bravo. Very
Thank
well
you.
done. Tricky piece, right?
Yeah, yeah.
there is some tough stuff to catch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way. Yeah, really had to
Oh
do
yes.
that a lot.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yes. How long do you play this piece? May I ask?
Yeah, so this was the big thing I was doing last year. I had planned that I was going to learn it for about well, I stopped playing it in February, and I first was playing. Well, I was set on learning it last May, but I started learning it in June. So it was about like a 9-10 month thing with this piece for me.
Good. Okay. When we talk now about the whole process of learning and practicing and blah blah blah, what was your first impression when you look at the score? I'm asking now about the structure of the piece. Like, what was the first thing? What was clear for you? Like, you have to watch out for that.
The first thing was making sure I knew where all of the themes were. The first few bars opens up with the main theme that carries out through the whole piece, and knowing how that theme will change throughout the piece, I think, is one of the biggest things to make sure someone who's doing this is able to show within their playing.
Sure, and it was really well done. That's why I asked, because you were showing the theme on the beginning, it was clear, and then we have these 6 variations during the piece. We have few breakdowns when the full energy is going a bit down and building again up, and that's why I ask also you showed a lot of energy. You showed that it wasn't like it wasn't difficult for you. It wasn't on the video was like you are free and you can perform it, and it was perfect.
That it didn't seem like it was difficult.
Yeah, but it was really great. What I actually missed as a listener is like in this freedom what you have. I missed a bit the catching point on the end. Like I was listening to the piece, you showed these variations, but I missed a bit this point A and point B on the end of the piece. Like, of course, as I said, we have a few these breakdowns in between, but just to go with these variations to the end, and then I know, okay, oof, that was the ending. Now is now he's showing it where is the piece ending. So this was just one small point what I missed. That's about the structure. What I wanted to also talk about is about the lines. You said also you want to say something? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So you mean like building to like the moment that would like be obvious, like, okay, we're gonna move on to like from the first to like the second now. Is that what you were kind of talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, we are thinking sometimes too precise about these small parts, which are also really important, especially in the beginning when we are working on these kind of tricky pieces. But on the end, I need this just obvious thing, obvious thing.
Yeah.
The piece is starting and the piece is ending, and that was just the small thing what I missed. But a part of that was great performance. Yes. So exactly that's what I meant. Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah, about the lines, you also said like these themes are coming in between these variations, and the new theme is coming. Then maybe the theme in the bass, the theme in the soprano. Just the idea. I'm sometimes helping myself just to use the different voicings. So maybe sometimes I will take the bass mallet, maybe just with a small difference, and maybe sometimes for the upper voice, for the soprano, I will take slightly harder mallet. Just an idea for you. I know that sometimes with these patterns, it's tricky to play everything with 2/3, to not make too many differences with the accents and everything. But at least for the bass line, I would use actually the bass mallet to show sometimes these portato notes and to make these octaves in the bass, boom, 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 even more heavy, because the mallets are really clear. I mean, the rhythms are really clear, and on the recording especially, it's really clear what you're playing. But in the bass, sometimes I'm missing this weight of the marimba, But that's just an idea. I know that the opinions are different, and sometimes someone can say, no way, 4 voices for the same mallets, I will deal with that. Okay. But you can help yourself, you can, and then the audience can understand it even more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. What I wanted to also say that actually the last thing, or what I a bit missed, is the dynamic differences, which are really precise written, right? We have these accents, a lot of mezzo fortes, pianos, fortissimos, even in the bass line sometimes. And I think this thing, if you would really look at the score again and check where he's writing this small crescendi or this small details between mezzo forte, mezzo piano, piano, it would help you also to build this whole thing for these 12 minutes of music,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it would help. It might help.
Okay.
But as I said at the beginning, the performance was great. And do you have some questions? What you want to ask?
So after kind of being away from the piece for a little bit, I think I sometimes took things too fast, and I think that kind of made it so that I couldn't really achieve some of that stuff that you were talking about. So I'm just curious if you think do you think more so towards like the middle sections? Like, do you think it'd be appropriate if I kind of took that a little bit slower so I can really bring out those details?
I especially with this kind of rhythmical stuff, as Vanya is writing for the marimba, I'm taking it really slow in the beginning and practicing even with the metronome like crazy. Pa 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 pa. That is really precise because then when you play these whole tricky passages, then you are sometimes forgetting this groove, and this is all about actually the groove. So you said it perfect. Just slow down and go more into the details, but also what we said at the beginning. Details are details, but on the end, please go like this for the whole piece. But I think, as you said, that these details, when you will take this small part slower, it will help also to build up the whole thing. So, exactly. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I don't think I have anything else for it then, but yeah. Okay. Cool. It's very good to know.
Yeah, that's what the things. What to say? I mean, otherwise the performance was great, and thank you that you're here, and hope to meet you in person.
No, yeah, of course.
Thanks so much, Jake. You sound great. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Did you make those fireworks just happen?
I thought it's me. I thought it's me, but it was you. Or
no, I didn't do it. No, did you?
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Interesting.
I had my hands here, and something happened here. So
it did. That's so funny. Okay.
Maybe I said something. Maybe I said something, but
maybe you said congratulations or something. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
I was going to ask how you did that. That was pretty cool. Well, next up, we've got Derek. Derek, are you ready to go? Okay, great. Hi, Derek. Good to see you.
Hi. Good to see you too.
Hi, Derek. Hi.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and about the piece that you'll be playing?
Yeah. So I'm from Oklahoma. I just graduated with my master's in percussion performance from the University of Oklahoma, and I think I'm going to be playing Meditation Number 2 by Casey Cangelosi.
Nice job. Looking forward to hearing you play.
Bravo. Great job. May I ask you, do you have of course you have the experience with the marching bands, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just see the traditional grip. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
And it's working very well. Great performance. Great performance. Um, the maybe just the open question. Just tell me first of all how long you played the piece.
Let's see. I originally played this in my undergrad. Well, I was going to. It was before COVID. It was going to be on my senior recital, but then we were all quarantined. So I kind of took a couple years off, and one of my friends at OU played it. So I picked it up and then put it on my graduate recital.
I see. So it seems like it was so to say long period, like long period of time. Okay.
Yeah.
But, did you have the thoughts about the tuning of the snare? Would you go a bit higher, maybe?
I
You know,
thought
maybe also the recording wasn't. Maybe I also cannot listen properly. But just the question: Would you stay in this, or maybe would you go a bit higher?
I would think about maybe going higher. It was mostly, I think, whenever I was thinking about playing it, I was just thinking about the importance of having no mute on it, and just because I know that I think the ring was kind of a huge part of the piece too, and whenever, especially muting it and then not having your
Yeah,
hand on it. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I've definitely thought about I could tune it up higher, kind of see how it was. I think whenever I tuned that drum at OU, I had it kind of high, almost to where the same tuning of what Casey Cangelosi had on his, but I'm trying to think if the head changed after that. It wasn't me that touched it, but I could definitely.
You know, why I ask is because first of all, I never played this piece. I didn't. Your performance is first performance what I saw in my life, and these open questions I because for example when I listened this first, as I said the you played great. What why I'm asking about higher pitch because I think it would help me as a listener to understand, for example, these finger patterns, or this piano stuff. What is really tricky to make, and you're making it great, but sometimes I can only see and not hear, you know. And that's why I'm asking about only for this piece, just to go a bit higher to make these small elements more clear for the listener. Yeah. One more question. Just for the colors, is it meant to use this plastic brush or is it open from the composer?
I want to say it's meant for the plastic brush. I have tried to play it once with the wire brush because I didn't have a plastic brush, and my professor told me that I should probably use what they told me to use on the piece.
No, it sounds good. Only the thing is sometimes I'm just looking at the score. The dynamic is going like the dynamic is for the both voices. Am I right? Because the dynamic is always under the line, but it's going for the both voices, for the brush voice and for the stick voice. And there is a lot of parts, of course, when the stick part is really like here, and I have two less moments when I can listen your left hand like pretending to lead, you know. That's why I'm asking about the material of the brush, because either you will go stronger with the articulation, which can be hard sometimes, especially in this tempo, or maybe you can search for the a bit more precise material. But that's just an idea. That's what I would do if I would play this piece. The first thing what I would search for is like to make some moments in the piece, like maybe left hand is leading and then the right hand is leading, and then maybe they are both on the same level, or you know. But and especially for these single strokes moments when you play the both hands. One is brush and one is stick. But that's just the question and an idea for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Question from a totally different side. Do you know Jean-Pierre Drouet? This 18 etudes for the snare drum.
I don't think so, but I can.
Yeah, no, it's just it's just just how to say it in English. Just the first impression from my side when I saw the speech meditation from Nagelossi, it's like, okay, some things are already there in the Pierre Drouet, these etudes, but they are, of course, much more easier and everything. But this is also nice if you like to play this kind of sound colors things on the snare drum. It's really great piece of music for this kind of for this kind of masterpieces like this piece is, because this is like these few minutes, but you have everything there. And these 18 etudes are like kind of making you to be even more to think even more precise about these small colors. That's why I'm telling you this Jean-Pierre Drouet 18 etudes for the snare drum. But that's also just an idea if you have time. And yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have some questions?
No, not really. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean,
Actually, I have also one more.
Okay.
What I have also now the score in front of my eyes. What was the most tricky technically part for you?
probably the fast singles part with the two sticks. Just trying to figure out how to get my left hand to kind of do what my right hand is already doing. I kind of had to change my grip in my hands
Yeah.
in my undergrad, and my left hand was still kind of in the old grip that I had. So I had to take a little bit just to kind of get my hands to do the same thing. And then whenever it got to the paradiddle diddles, and then switching from the paradiddle diddles to singles at the very end of the piece, it was kind of hard to keep my hands doing the same thing and making sure that there's no, I guess, pause in the sound.
Yeah. Especially in this, as you said, in these parts where that we can hear, that we can see that you play the double strokes, but it would be nice to not hear that, and also to make it straight, like with the everything as clear as possible. May I ask, because you said you changed the grip, what was the previous grip? What you play like?
I mean,
What was the change?
I guess it was mostly where I was holding the stick. I used to hold it between my thumb and my index finger. And then it was mostly when I was on drumline, I was kind of taught mostly to not really hold it with just my index finger. It was kind of more where my thumb is, almost like the tricycle, but we would sometimes just kind of mostly have it there just to be there. And it kind of helped me with kind of using my fingers whenever I was thinking more of using my middle finger. So it was trying to get that with my left hand too.
I see. Especially in this part, for example. I mean, I was also changing the grips like many times, like thinking too much and blah blah blah. And it's always the question, what should I do on this, especially in this part, and in this kind of like especially look at the dynamic we have in this part. What we are now talking about this, we have this from forte to piano. What I'm actually doing is like you said, like you're grabbing it now a bit more with the full fingers, right?
Yeah.
Not only in this, only in between here, and I'm actually switching in between. It's giving me more open sound and giving me more so to say dynamic difference. Like I'm showing this forte and piano because I'm starting with I'm starting piano here and I'm finishing forte here with the actually almost 1-3 fingering with the sticks. So that's also an idea for you, just to look for the. I mean, I took it from the timpani technique when I just played in between first the thumb and the third finger, and I was like, okay, this is nice. This is the open sound. Why don't I use it on the snare? So I will just switch in between this script and this. So yeah, but this is also interesting topic. But yeah, what can I say more? Great performance. Hope to meet you in person one time or more times.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
And yeah, go on. Great.
Okay,
Awesome job, Derek. I
thank you.
have never heard that whole piece, but that was amazing. I want to learn that now. It was so fun.
Cool.
Very nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, before our last performance, we have a quick intermission
Mhm.
from
Hey.
Tim.
Can you hear me okay? Sorry, the Wi-Fi wasn't great at the beginning, so I think we're okay now, though. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Good to see you, Greg. Thank you so much for your input tonight. It's been amazing. And Derek, great to see like something a little unique with the snare drum there. So that's awesome. Thank you for that. So yeah, Greg, I was just curious, like obviously it's been a while since we've spoke, so I'm just going to use this opportunity to find out what you've been up to.
I was yeah, that's true. We spoke last time like 2 years ago, I think. And
Yeah, long time.
long time. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened actually in my artistic life. You know, I was in Stuttgart when we met last time, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And then I moved now to Frankfurt for this Ensemble Modern Academy. So now I'm this full year now, this 12 months. I'm working and learning from them here. So it's like part-time job and then part-time studies. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So I sorry, I missed that earlier. So where are you living right now?
Sorry, say it again.
Where are you living right now? I missed it earlier. You probably said earlier, but I didn't.
In Frankfurt, still in Germany.
Oh, you're in Frankfurt. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Great. And how about like, you know, sort of performance, like in recitals? Are you sort of going down that route, or are you still doing competitions? What's the plan?
You know, now it's mostly about playing chamber music and solo music. I have my own marimba trio, so to say, when I play the transcriptions. I have my chamber music here with the new music, with the contemporary music. We are performing almost every week the new concerts with the new composers, and a part of that I'm playing still my solo recitals and everything. I'm teaching also, and yeah, and playing.
Yeah, great. Well, if anyone watching is like interested, you can check Greg out from a few years back on the V Tour, because there were some amazing videos there. So yeah, check the YouTube channel. And Megan, thank you for all you're doing. I appreciate this. This is not the easiest for you, so thank you so much.
It's been so much fun. Thank you for the opportunity to work with this program so much. It's been great. Thanks,
all right.
Tim.
That's all right. I'm going to let you crack on with who's the last one? Burke, is it?
Burke is our last one.
I'll let you crack on. Thank you so much. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
And okay, there we go. Last performance is Burke. Hello, Burke.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and the piece you'll be playing?
Of course. My name is Burke Rivette. I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, and now I attend the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. And I'm a second year. I'm a rising junior, so I'll be a junior third year next year. I'm going to be playing Libertango by Eric Samut. I learned this over the course of a little bit less than 2 months, and then I got a recording of it for my final juries. So it wasn't a super time-intensive project, but I did learn a lot from it, that's for sure.
Burke, I do not have your video of Libertango. I have your video of Batucada.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I wanted to say also.
Okay,
But
well,
I mean,
I did put it in the doc. I can send it to you on Messenger if that would work better.
You can do that, or would you like to play the Batucada?
They're both pretty short pieces, so that's fine too.
I think we have time to do both. If Greg, you're okay to do both.
Let's do both.
Great. I'll send you Libertango on Messenger, Megan.
Cool. And then I'll go ahead and start playing the other one, because I also want to hear this piece again. It's a really great recording.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
great job.
Thank you.
Just first question: have you played these different movements from this book, from these rhythmic roots?
I have not.
Me neither. I just know more or less this is just the third movement. That's why I'm asking that, because I don't know what is the structure of the book. But anyway, what we know about the batucada? What is the batucada for you? What does it mean?
Well, it's Brazilian samba band, right? They march through the streets. It's party music. It's groovy. It's fun. It's loud. It's a whole lot of fun. That's when I think batucada, I just think of people having a blast.
Sure, and that's I can already hear. It was great. I mean, I could see the fun in your playing. There is a lot of stuff going on in the snare part. And then we have this second line, which is the hi-hat and the bass drum. First thing, what I would try, at least try to find, which is not easy, but I would try still to find, is the way that it sounds easier for me, that it sounds for the listener easier, because we can see in your body that you have fun, but there is a lot of whoa, it's a lot of going on the snare, and sometimes I was just getting, I didn't look at the score, but I was just getting nervous because it was just a lot. So I would just maybe find the colors on the snare because he's not. I don't think he's writing something about the place on the snare on the head. So you can just be free in a way. So I would just find a way how to make it more, more batucada in a way. Then we have this second line, right? This hi-hat and the bass drum. It is easy, but it's not, because, as I said, a lot of stuff is going on, and then sometimes we may lose this stability in the hi-hat and the bass drum. General was great. General was really stable, but I could hear some parts when it was a bit shaky. I this, and these guys, when they are walking with this big surdo, there is no small even miss in the tempo. There is everything going on. They are walking through the street. So I would just I don't know, maybe go a bit slower during the practicing, but just make it even more stable. One question: did you think about playing not the kick drum, but just the surdo?
Yeah. The kick drum in the music is written on the weak beats, so it's contrary to what we do in like the Western world. So I definitely did try to bring that out because I knew that came straight from the surdo in the thing, and I loved it. The biggest thing that I was thinking about with my kick drum and basically my feet was trying to match what my feet were doing to my hands a little bit better, dynamic wise especially. That was something that this piece taught me how to do straight up from the bottom up, was like control my kick drum and my hi-hat dynamics. And I think that I might have been thinking a little too hard about that. And you mentioned that the time got a little shaky. I think it might have been in the spots where the dynamics get a little tricky. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, definitely. But I mean, after this whole period when you're like already feeling better with the piece, maybe you can search something that the kick sounds like the kick now, like the normal drums of kick, which is written in the score. You're playing everything right, how it's written, but let's make it even more interesting. Let's put the surdo. Let's find I don't know. Let's build the beater on your own. I don't know. Let's find the sound which is giving us this more bass, more open sound. And then you can even if you are feeling free with the snare part with your hands, you can even deal with the dampening in between. You're playing the hi-hat, and then you're playing on the third beat the bass drum, but on the fourth beat you are dampening it with the beater. I don't know, just to make it even more musical, or sometimes open sound, sometimes closed sound. He's also not writing anything about articulation in the bass drum, so I think you can also be free there. Because actually in hi-hat, in hi-hat on the beginning there is the open stroke, there is the staccato stroke. So in hi-hat it's a bit more precise. Yeah. Do you have some questions?
Not about this one.
Not about this one. I did some comments also there. I wanted to say something more. No, I mean the most from the listener side, just the most important part. Be more free, and be more, in a way, Brazilian. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it is really marching way of writing this piece, because there is a lot of this, a lot of standard stuff, so to say, for the snare. But let's make it, more free. Okay?
Yeah.
So we play also Libertango.
Yes.
Great. Just the open question. What is the structure?
The structure, it pretty much. I haven't thought about what the formal title of the structure is, but it's pretty much an ABA. We do a little intro, which I'm not going to consider part of the form. Then we play the variations on the melody. Then we've got the triplet section, which is a variation on the melody as well. And then we basically do the A section again with some octaves and some rhythm changes. So pretty straightforward ABA type deal.
And then we have this coda, these patterns on the end, and we have the tonic. That's true. So the form is not anything special. And let's come back to the top. We have this small introduction on the beginning. I would personally, you showed it directly. That okay, here we go. I played Libertine. I would go it even more hidden, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Especially when we have this pianissimo dynamic. This is already showing us something. Be more quiet, but quiet means not only dynamic. Be more. Don't show too much. You are showing a lot afterwards. Be more inside yourself. Okay. I would just these first two lines. I know then it's this mezzo piano, but still I wouldn't go too much. I would just keep this pattern and showing like the this first da di do di do di do. Not to present, to make it from far away, you know, because this theme is going to be in the piece 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. So we have time to show it, yeah. Exactly. Then we have this bass line and soprano line and the stuff in between. What I was also talking before in the last sessions, I would try to use this bass mallet even a bit bigger, you know, because this bass is giving us this harmonic structure for the whole bars. And I would just try if it's working for you. I played this piece many times, and I also started with the same mallets, and then I switched to the bass, and I was much more happy with the result of this structure. Exactly, and then the theme is coming in the right hand. I would be more tango. I would try to sing more. Maybe sing is good. Yeah, this is the good word. Try to sing. What I was also doing when I was learning this piece, I was just playing the left hand, and then I was just singing the upper voice, you know. Another way around, playing the right hand and singing the bass line, you know. And what I mean, it just, I don't know, maybe in the beginning you think, okay, it didn't change anything, but actually it is changing something. It's changing your just your mindset, that you're thinking about this pretty simple harmonic structure a bit different, and then the other voices are coming a bit more out, especially in the second when the theme is coming second time, right? When you have this sexth quint in the right hand, then the theme, it has to still be up in the way, you know. Of course, we have this upper voice, which is new, but still this theme from the top is the most important in the way. So I would try with the third 1, 2, 3, with the third mallet to show it more. You have this possibility. You're playing Stevens, right? Sorry, I'm just a bit tired, but you play Stevens. So we can make it, right? We can make it. So I would just think about it. One question more. Have you ever played this piece with the cajon player? You know, I just actually did it on a few concerts just to try it. And I mean, for the concerts is the other thing. But just for the practicing for yourself, I would just ask the colleague, I don't know, from the school, from somewhere, just to play, because the cajon player will just stay simple. So this guy will just play the 16 notes or something in between. But for you, it's the lesson to play a bit more groovy, and to be groovy, but in the same time to sing the theme. So the left hand is stable, but the right hand is doing these beautiful melodies, these beautiful themes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going on. We have then this dam. So let's say this rhythmical part. Then we have fermata. Then we have this big passage of few bars. You did a lot of breakdowns in between. My question is, do you want to have it that's cut it like when you're starting this? Sorry, do you have the score?
Yes.
Can you see the score? Yeah, I'm now in the bar 63.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about this whole section until 68. I would actually try. I know that you have this small crescendo, small diminuendo, but still to make this feeling like, okay, he's starting again. Okay, then we go. Okay, and then we have octaves. Like we have this just one line after this whole section of the variations, the rhythmical variations before. We have this small fermata, and then we starting the passage again, and we going somewhere. That I have the feeling as a listener that you are going somewhere, and you know where you are going.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just an idea. If you knew where you are going, then it's already perfect. But I'm just giving you my point of view. How would I sing it? How would I feel more stable as a listener? Yeah. Then the topic is coming again. Just the technical part. When you play this octaves in the right hand, I know it's tricky. We have to hit the right notes and blah blah blah. Of course, it has to be there. But still, afterwards, when you will feel more free in the way of the piece, try to make this right hand here, especially here, just more free, more loose in a way. Yeah, this upper part here, because then the sound of the instrument is gonna be also much more open. This is the small thing what we are not always checking during the practicing, but the sound is gonna be immediately more open. You will be much more happy about your sound.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, and then we are going to the end, and we have this small cadenza on the end, and we are home. So that is my point of view about the Libertanger. I mean, the first thing about Eric Samu in general as a composer is the singing for me. We have this chameleon, we have rotations, and there is a lot of rhythmical structure, sure. But still, when we will think after we learn the rhythm about the singing parts of the pieces, then the piece is coming out. Then the listener is enjoying it. So this is my point of view about Eric Samu, Libertine. Do you have some questions?
I do not. I think I'm sure I could think of one if I sat here for long enough. But
Great.
Thank you so much.
So thank you again. Thank you.
Really appreciate your help.
Great job. Thank you, Burke. Now actually is the time for anyone to ask Greg a question. So I figured maybe you could think of one while I ask some of mine if no one else has any questions. Checking our chat. I do not see anything, but I do have a question for you, Greg. And then we can see if Burke, you would like to ask one as well. My question for you is, you've done some pretty intense competitions in the past, is that right? Solo competitions?
Yeah.
Not to make this too open-ended of a question, but when you are in those, like, maybe the day before or in the moments before you walk out there, what is going through your mind? Do you get nervous or do you usually feel pretty confident? How do you approach those performances where it is one chance and that's all you have?
Yeah, and this is already the wrong way of thinking, I think, when you think about it as a one chance,
Yeah.
Because actually it's not. It's just the competition, and I'm always saying that it's just the competition. And I played many competitions when I didn't get anything didn't get anything. I mean now the prize, but I get a lot of experience, which is just great, and that's why we are doing that. But I was really stressed, and I'm still really stressed before each performance. What changed my mind is like when I started just to think about the competitions like about my concerts. So I'm going to perform the concert for the few percussionists, I'm not thinking about the jury as a jury, but they are also the part of us, and they are also performance. So I'm just performing for the performance, and that's it. So I think that the competition started to make fun for me when I started to think about them like about just the new experience, and that's it. And meeting the people. And then as I said, I was still really nervous before each performance, but I maybe started to deal with that a bit better because of the mindset. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. That is a really great way to look at things for sure. And I'm getting there myself, but I did struggle for a long time. So I was wondering what you've had for that. And also my other question would be, how do you balance your practicing between all of the different instruments that you need to play? I know obviously doing chamber music and solo music and teaching is a lot of different genres and a lot of different instruments to cover. How do you approach a typical day where you would have time to practice, I guess, if that makes sense, or however you'd like to answer that question?
It makes sense, sure, but I'm actually not the guy which is I'm not a specialized, not yet in the one specific instrument. So this is really tricky question when you're asking, especially now when I'm working here, when I'm working here. So I have a lot of projects with the orchestras, with the ensembles, with the chamber stuff and solo stuff. So for me, for now, since few years, the life is working like the project. So you have the project, you have few weeks, you are just preparing yourself for this special project, and then you have next thing with the next amount of instruments, so to say. But from the routine, of course, my main routine is I guess most of the people has this apparat to just move these technical things every day. Marimba snare drum. This is my main routine. But apart of that, you have this multi-percussion stuff, orchestra stuff, which has to be played few weeks before the important projects. So this is really divided. I don't have so much time to be so precise with the way of practicing 8 hours. I had this period in my life which was really helpful, and I can see it until now. But for now, there is like not so much time to make it anymore. So I just have to be precise with this small amount of time when I have to be just efficient, and it has to work out. I don't have a choice. Yeah. So
for sure. Thank you. Burke, do you have a question to ask, or are you all good as well?
I'm all good. I really appreciate your time, though. I really appreciate your comments. I wish I could think of a question right now.
It's okay. Don't mean to put you on the spot. Thank you. I'll go ahead and take you off stage. And yeah, thanks so much, Greg, for all of your feedback. I learned a lot just from listening to you talk about every piece. So
thank you for organizing that, and thank you to have me here. I hope I didn't say anything too wrong in a way. I hope it was interesting enough. And yeah, and thank you for playing. Thank you for organizing the World Percussion Group. Great.
Yeah. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much. We will see you next